Whew. Hi everyone and viewers, seeing as there's no one here at the moment, just need to do a bit of tidying up quickly. We'll get the puzzle on. Let's just check the cams. What we're looking at. It's not too bad. Oh. Hey Chris, you well? You noticed my little insert isn't on, so you can't see me if I'm. There we go. Let me bring him. Where can I stick myself? Let me just adjust this rather large. Hey Chris, you well? Hope you're well. Hey Ronnie, Tommy. Wow, everyone's dropping in. How you all doing? Good, I hope. Oh, I've just been making another ball. Similarly nice pattern to the other one from the same piece of yew, but because it's slightly bigger, I've kept the pattern all the way around on that one. It's yeah, they're coming out all right. So, but that's not what I'm here for. Just need to take this jig off. I'm trying to fit a few spheres in here and there so that I've got a stock for destroying. Let me get this off the screen. I've got a stock for destroying while I try to work out how to do these Chinese or these puzzle balls, because I know for a fact that I'm going to be destroying a few in the process of getting to grips with it, and it can be tedious to have to recreate a ball every time. Break one. So let's stick that up there. I got a new piece of kit today. We should have a look at that as well. Wanted one of these for ages. I think I'm going to get one for my drive if I can. Which is an extended more safer for the tail stuff. So if you can see, there's a extended piece here. The only trouble I note, and I note it now, is I'm thinking, how do you eject that out of there? Calls for a lever, but that doesn't seem like a sensible option for me. Anyway, we digress. We digress from the job in hand, which is the monkey puzzle. Now let's see what you all think. So I think this is probably going to be a bit wet. So we'll see how it comes out. But here we are. One quite interesting piece of monkey. I have to be honest, done a few pieces before, and I've never come across a piece yet with 6 branches. Mine have always had 5, that I've done before. Now I've only done 2 pieces before, but yeah, I've only had 5, so having 6 quite interesting. So we shall see how we get on. Now I was contemplating whether to put whether I should put a worm screw in the base of this, or just turn it between centres to put a large tenon on the base. What's the basis of anyone's judgment? I'm thinking now it could go 2 ways with this. I could make this the base of the bowl, the base of the follow form, and a fat bottomed kind of vase, or I go with a narrow bottom and a wide top with a smallish opening and the branches at the top. I think that would show it off the most nice. Or I can cut up from the bottom into the branch and out, and then hollow out and thin this, so I've got a strip of bark, a strip of branch, say 1/4 of an inch thick, something like that. Yeah, Leona, right? You know, I've only been turning for 12 months, right? So that would be deadly if I was to attempt that. But I think I'll probably stick it between 10. What do you think? Between centres, cut a tenon. I think it's a between centres job. Cut the tenon. Shark tooth jaws right up to the hilt. Or just above. So down to here. Take all of those grips on there. Keep the tailstock in and cut. What do you think? I think that's got to be the way. I have got some wider jaws. I've got some 100 mils, but they're much lighter, much thinner. So I think wide top. Yeah, wide top. Okay. I think I'm feeling it. A little bowl in each of those would be quite funny, but right. So what's quite interesting is I think I've got perfect circles here. Perfect circles, and I can pretty much say that's centre. It's so soft I can't get. So I'm also contemplating, should I put a faceplate on there to do it? But I'm not going to. I don't think we have time. I don't think I have time or inclination to do that. Right. So, got the right centre in here. Got this right centre. It's not a lightweight. It's not a lightweight piece of wood. I can tell you that. Nothing. So just bear with me while I grunt and groan a little bit as I'm hauling this up and down to get it onto this. Right. So someone should say to me, man up in a minute. Or woman up, one of the two. Woman up probably is better. Much more resilient than us blokes. I'm sure there's a much more oh, that doesn't look too bad for the first effort. Let's have a look. Well, I might say so myself. I think doesn't look like I've far off nailed that on the first attempt. Let's have a look. That's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Okay, cool. Who's giving me the lesson? Who's giving me the lesson? Tommy, thank you for that. It's a list of things that I need to stick on my wall, I think. Barry, what do you do? Barry does... Okay, no faceplate on Embry. Right. Got it. Got it. Let's use a small rest. Let's give it some revs in a minute. Just check that it's not going to come off and hit me in the face. Mask on. Has everyone had a nice day today? It's been glorious sunshine down here in Essex. Been out with a little boy most of the day, enjoying the sunshine and the playgrounds. Cool. Right. Let's just have a look here. Needs to be still cleaning your workshop. Has that got sharp jaws all the way to the bottom? That's going to take me to just above the bottom bite. Go a step further. Okay, so tools. Sorry, need another measurement. We need another measurement. Let's measure the width. Sharp jaws, which is 60, I think, but measure it twice. There we go. And if it's just a bit bigger, it's going to shrink. But it is a little bit wet when I compress it. A little bit bigger. Okay. Okay. So I'm on the inside of that dark ring. Perfect. Now I'm tempted to use carbide here, but I'm going to go with a traditional tool, and we'll see. We'll see how far. We'll see how far we get. It's only a short handle, which is a slight concern for me. So, no, I'm going to go in the carbide. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Just because I don't have a tool with a long enough end on it to get in there nicely. So. Right, we're up at 7, and the Vic's just starting to wobble. 700 RPMs, a bit more than I'm used to with something so large on it. But, there's a nice breeze coming off it. It's adding a nice little bit of aircon to this workshop. Check that. Cool. Quite wet down at the bottom. This is the intersection from the branch. I'm getting streamers like that with just a flat carbide, so you can tell it's this is going to move a hell of a lot, so I need to make sure it gets in the drawers really well. Hey Rob. Rob, sorry I missed your live today if you went live. But, I was out with the little boy enjoying the sunshine. Bad. Good fun, whatever. Definitely going to need to. Definitely going to need to sort the lathe out with some PTFE later. Nice clean cuts. I think that's nice and flat. Have a look. That gives me very little clearance. So, well, I'm going to have to take this end bit down a little. As I say, it's going to shrink, so. Right, we're good. We're good. Well, it's definitely quite good for aircon, Chris. These are generating quite a lot of quite a lot of wind past my arm. I just need to kind of remember that they're there. I'm hoping that my bowl gouge will sort those out nicely. I think we're good now. I'm good to take this off and rechuck it. That gives me about 1/8 of an inch clearance there. You just give me a minute while I switch on my just trimming off the small nub on the bottom that I left after trimming it. All good. Right, that needs to come out. Let's lob on the Vic Mark. It's a VM100, same as the RP4000 record chuck, or similar to the SC4, but not the same. I think it's debatable as to whether chucks improve. I think it's debatable if chucks improve with time, or if they start to cut corners with them, because I'm not convinced the SC4 chuck is of as good or better standard than the RP4000, which is its predecessor. But someone's welcome to tell me. Someone's welcome to say to me otherwise. I've gone slightly wider on this. I'm now hoping I haven't gone too wide, because this is going to compress. I think I've gone too wide on that. I have to take a bit more off. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. This is an amateur game that I'm in. Yeah, that's the first. The only problem I've got is, can I get it exactly chucked the same to be able to do it? Let's see. It's all going so well. Not quite. Yeah, knew that would happen. Shame. That's it. That's it, not far off. Let's get that down another ring. Very good. That was a bit embarrassing. Never mind. I like it. Yeah, I think the SC4 is a good chuck, right? It's the, you know, I've got the RP4000 and this Vicmark VM100, which is, well, they're both very, very similar to each other. The original slot. Look. Push. Straighten myself up. Well, that's bitten hard in there. Look, just want to make sure I don't compress it too far that I take it all the way. Okay. Right. Right, fingers crossed. Yeah, quite pleased with that. Gonna give my gouge a sharpen, guys. So it's the first time I've done anything this size, hollow form wise. So I'm thinking I'll shape down from here and try and find this shape out. and then I'm going to go into the top. Still working out whether I curve round or come out or flute it out using these as the ends and keep these irregular. But I think we'll work that out as we go. No fire today, Helen. Oh, the little boy's outside. That's interesting. So this is the first time I'm going to have to use my collar because my chuck had started to come unscrew itself off here when I'd stopped it. So excuse me while I just put my did you sing to my dad this morning? Wilbur wouldn't sing to him this afternoon, but you can't see what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm basically unscrewing the collar off the back of my lathe, which is the protective collar for the chuck, whereas some chucks like the Axminster, I believe, have grub screws that protect you from having your chuck unfurl. I have one of these, which clamps around the back of my chuck and secures it firmly to the lathe. Yeah, I literally just caught it in my eye line wobbling, and I was like, "What's wobbling there?" And it was the chuck starting to unscrew itself. So I have this steel collar that goes around the back of the chuck collar, where the spindle goes in to an adapter of sorts, I guess. Without that, because the record doesn't have a grub screw for the spindle, there would be no way of me securing it. Have I got my other chuck to show you? Yeah, it goes on to that part of the collar there. So one part of the clamp goes on that. There's another groove that the other part of the clamp goes onto, and now it can't go anywhere because it's attached to the chuck's attached to the lathe by this piece of steel. Well, I won't call that a near miss. I'll just call that a miss. Now, such a beautiful shape. It's got like, for want of a better word, These look like little arses, don't they? Arse cracks, for want of a better word. I don't think that's sweary, but they kind of do. I kind of like them, but I don't think there's any way I'm going to save them. There's absolutely no way I can save them. But yeah, still right. For that avoidance of excitement, because the last thing anyone wants to do is see a safety video on how to recover from a situation where your truck's unscrewed itself at 700 RPM. We've avoided seeing the dramatic side of the video, thank God. Right, let's get that in there. As long as I stay here and don't go any further, I'm clear of the branches. We're good. Everything feels a lot more secure all of a sudden. Very wet. We definitely won't be getting this to a finish today, that's for sure. I'm almost drinking this. There will need to be some aggressive maintenance of the old lathe. Yeah, no, I'm not going too far. Just getting a rough shape so I can see a curve. To be fair, a lot of the weights here, it is drier up here. You can see in the colour. But yeah, good point, Leona, thank you. That's tight. That's tight. Okay. Oh, this is the bit. This is the bit. Right, where's my half-inch from? Half-inch bolt gouge, where have we gone? So this is my half-inch gouge. I've got a much more aggressive fingernail on this. This Parker helped me work this one out. Now I've just got to work out the way to attack this. So that's the closest one. So Andy, what's the reason for that? Like, because if I remove the branches, I won't have to worry about them. This is true. This is true. I could take, what you mean, take a saw to them. The only challenge I've got is I kind of not fully decided on what I do with them, which I think is a mistake. I need to know what I'm going to do with them. Who thinks I should saw each of these branches down by about half an inch? I think I should take half an inch off each of these branches. Just while you're all thinking about that, I'm going to carry on with this just as I can. It's one of those days. This is one of those days where a little bit extra around your middle does you some good, I think. I've got this firmly lodged in. think if I take this to a point, the wood will tell me where to go. That's what I want to. So that's what I was worried about. If I cut it off, this line here it's only a little bit now where it could continue straight up to the top of that. And here it could go straight up there, straight up there, straight up there, straight up there. Before I decide whether to turn it over the top. So thanks for not driving me down the go and cut it route. Cheers, Andy. I might still be coming to the roll round, but we'll see. Yeah, they are kind of nice, these ears. I have got another one of these, by the way. Andy, I've got a massive one. I've got an even. I've got a massive one. I have got a whole trunk of it at the back, about 18-inch diameter by about 24 inches. That I'm trying to work out what to do. And a field full of it actually as well. So, a pretty nice woodman that I met um, that cuts them down. It's not quite there in terms of dryness, but it's not far off. So I'm just going to give this a sharpen. Oh, bloody hell. I've got these two. That's a nice 14-inch. And this one. It's quite striking. I haven't quite finished yet. Still got to take the tenon off and just maybe do a little bit more finishing around this kind of beaded edge. But yeah, that's quite nice. I want to point them in my direction, Andy. I'd gladly give you the 50% finding fee for half of that. What have I done to that? Have I missharpened that? to a crown. Hey Steve. A bit bright now, isn't it? Now it feels like I've turned all the lights out. Wow. I like it at that speed, but there's no water. Let's keep going at this distance. Let's get that. That arse crack there needs to go. That one needs to go. That little arse crack needs to go. That one. So I think I am coming to an open top, I think. But if you think you're coming for a relaxing time here, Steve, you're probably mistaken. But if I can ride the bevel, I'd rather do it. Interesting. All the labour was getting faster. My leg was turning the speed switch up. Yeah, man. Those little bum cracks have all but gone, haven't they? I need to find a shape I'm happy with, and I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure with this shape yet. I could take it all the way up to the top. These branches will stay, but they're kind of cool, like a scalloped edge as well. But I think I'm going to take it round so it'll come round like that. What do you think? I'm thinking I need to get rid of the scalloped edge though. What do you think? I'm thinking it needs to come over into this top. I know. I kind of feel like the same, Leona, but I don't know. It's a difficult one. I've got another one that I can do that with. Helen, I've got a. Oh, that's quite nice. Which one's which? So Wow. Is it different though? Or is it just different to us because we haven't seen it before? Monkey puzzle's not new, is it? This branch junction isn't new. I bet there's 100,001 of these knocking around. Well, this one's mine. Oh, that doesn't taste very nice. See you later, mate. Nice of you to join. Thank you. Good to see you. Sorry I can't chat with you. That's not what this is about, really. It's more about watching and me learning. When I need some help looking up and going, oh, what do I do now? Right, I've decided. I'm almost at the point, guys, where I think that I get it to a point where it's roughed. And unfortunately, that's a point it's gonna sit to dry. I'm probably gonna hollow it out. It's not a bad shape, I don't think. Getting there, right? It's looking a bit like a Moorcroft vase, doesn't it? What is it? The peacock's feathers. Is it the peacock's feathers that go kind of down like that? And you know, if I was a brave man and wasn't ready for a lynching, I'd get some multicoloured Joe Sonia paints out and do a feather string pull down each one of these eyes like that. But I think I think someone would. Plenty of people would probably come after me. Tempted to leave these. They're kind of like the natural elements still seen. I don't know. It will be if it dries okay, I think. The challenge is going to be getting to hollow it. I'm thinking, how do I get in? Don't you dare! What? Oh, you mean Joe Sonia's? Yeah, yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. I kind of, I kind of knew that might provoke that kind of response. I'm just playing with you, Andy. Don't worry. I'll do it tonight off camera, and then I'll shave it off. What do we think? Should I leave these inclusions so that it dries? I think I could probably do with a. You could probably do with a touch of a scraper or something, but just needs. I think it probably needs one more cut. I think I'm just going to take it. I think I'm just going to take this cut in here. I've no idea if what I'm doing is right, guys. I'm just making it up, really, but. Always seems to me with this game, if it feels right when you're doing it, unlike so many other things I do, like golf, if it feels right, generally there's going to be something wrong with your stance or grip or something. You should always feel a little bit uncomfortable. With cricket, in my stance, you should always feel slightly off balance, so you're always on the edge of movement, especially when a fast ball is coming in. But with this, I tend to think when it feels right, that's when the cut's working. And I think a kind of shoulder here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop cutting. I'm just gonna do another sweep round to catch that up. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much done because I'm going to have to stop doing the outside and more think about what I'm doing on the inside. Just going to clean up this mark here, and then we're done with the outside while it dries. That's it. Right, that's it. It's going to get a dry now. And then going to get a dry in a few minutes, just after I sorted out something. That's it. That's it. Well, that's the end of the monkey puzzle for this evening, I'm afraid. But I shall bring it back at a point it's had some of the inside taken out and a bit of time to dry. So, thanks everybody. See you soon.